It's your boy D Hyde. I want to welcome you guys back to the channel. Now, I did wake up feeling really good, man. Accomplished all my goals for the week. Did all my shopping. Did all my cleaning. You know, wifey had us in here, me and little D up in here slaving, man. Slaving, trying to get the house together. I did a cool little time lapse of us putting it down in the living room, trying to get everything organized yesterday. But accomplished all that, and woke up this morning feeling good, man. So I thought I'd go ahead and throw together a quick little video and show you guys how I get this top part up here nice and tight with the straight razor. And you know, I did want to do a full tutorial video, but I think I'm gonna leave that till next year, maybe January, and show you guys a complete breakdown, an updated version of my full tutorial lineup on everything from shaving the head to the face, the whole nine. All right, so hopefully next month I can bring you guys that video. But today I just wanted to show you guys how I tighten up the top part with the straight razor. I have been practicing with the straight razor. Now, of course, you guys know that there's many different ways you can go when it comes to the top part up here. Now, the reason why I talk about the top part up here is because this is probably the most important part of your beard. All right, I mean, your beard itself is important, but when it comes to this top piece up here on the cheeks, this is where it stands out the most. All right, you know, when you go to the barber and they hit this top piece with that straight razor, man, they hit your mustache, this part right here is popping. All right, it's the line is, you want that line to look really nice and sharp. All right, now for the do-it-yourselfers like myself, there's a few ways you can go about doing this. Number one, now the first way you can go about doing this is you can use your liners and just go ahead and whatever line you have established already, just go ahead and follow suit. All right, you just want to follow suit. So you just want to go ahead and trace that line that you already have, and you know, depending on how sharp your blades are, is going to depend on how sharp your line comes out. Now, number two, you can go ahead and if you're comfortable enough to use the straight razor, you can go ahead and do the same thing. You can follow suit. So you use your whatever type of shave gel you have, and then you basically just go ahead and you go straight to your old line. All right, not directly to it, but you want to probably float just a little bit above it. I'll say 1/8 of an inch above your old line. That way you're not digging into it and you're not dropping it down. Okay. Now the third option you have, if you don't feel 100% comfortable just using your liners or even using your straight razor, what you could do is you can use an eyeliner pencil. And if you guys been following me, you've seen me do this plenty of times to where you can just go ahead and draw out your line. Okay, draw it out completely. If you guys haven't seen that video, you can click on the card that pops up and it'll show you exactly how it came out. But you can just use your eyeliner pencil, draw out your line where you want it, and then from there you can either use your clips, your liners, just kind of follow the line. And if you want it to look really nice and tight, you can go ahead and if you feel comfortable enough, go ahead and use your straight razor to clean it up and get it looking nice and tight. Now there's one more thing you can do to establish that nice line at the top. Now this is my own personal beard template right here, okay, that I made. All right, now if you have a cut buddy or some other type of beard template, it'll be perfect for situations where if you don't feel comfortable just taking your straight razor straight to your beard, you can always use this to help you establish where you want that line to be. Okay, so as you guys can see, I made my own little beard template to pretty much match my beard and how I like it. All right, now there's other angles on here. Let's say, for example, you know, if I ever decided to like see if I can grow my beard straight across here, I could always use those like different angles on here and stuff like that. And then of course for like the mustache, and draw that out or just use the liners and cut it. But you know, a little template like this is really cool to have, man. And like I said, this is my own little personal design that I made, and I use it from time to time, especially during the time when I'm trying to reestablish a new line or something. So for those of you that's out there that maybe went to the barber shop, they dropped your line down, you're debating whether or not you want to shave the beard completely down all the way or shave it off completely and let everything grow back like even, what you could do is do what I did. All right, I made mistakes. I dropped the beard down. So what I did was I established a new line. So say for example, my line came down to here, my old line. What I did was I took my little template, I took my eyeliner pencil and basically just drew my line out. All right, from there I hit it with the liners or the straight razor and just let that part fill in. Okay, Now that's what you could do if you're trying to reestablish your line without shaving everything off. And eventually what's gonna happen, like in my case, all that is gonna start to grow in. You just gotta give it time, you gotta be patient, all right? So basically those are some of the steps that you can do as far as reestablishing a new line, or if you just wanna continue keeping your line tight and right every week, all right? Now for me personally, I don't use my template like every single week when I'm doing my lineups, just because I'm trying to get more comfortable as far as just kind of going over my old line with my liners, and then from there using the straight razor and working on not pushing my line down too much whenever I'm doing my little lineup with the straight razor. All right, so I have been working on that, and I kind of did a pretty decent job last week on it. I didn't really drop the line down. Everything came out really nice. So I'm gonna try to attempt the same thing that I attempted last week, and hopefully everything comes out. And I'm gonna show you guys how I, use the straight razor now compared to how I've been using it before in the past. All right, you guys. So now before I get into this cut, there's one more thing that I wanted to tell you guys, man, and that is that whenever you go to the barber shop, let's say if you are, one of those guys that's like do-it-yourselfers, and then in between, like say you don't have the time to cut your beard yourself and you want to go down to the barber shop, one thing I have to recommend to you guys is that you have to be firm with your barber. Okay, you can't just sit there in a chair and be like, yo, just tighten me up and kind of like trace over the old lines, because a lot of times what they do is they'll try to get your beard looking as crisp and sharp as possible. So in that whole process, they'll end up probably dropping your beard down a little bit, or bringing you up a little bit under here, or bringing you back a little bit back here. All right, you have to be firm with them. You have to tell them like, listen, man, I don't want this line that I have right here, I don't want it pushed down at all. If anything, just try to stay a little bit above this line. All right, and you have to let that be known as soon as you sit in that chair, because they will at times drop your beard down, but they're not doing it on purpose to be like, you know what, I'm gonna mess this dude's line up. What it is that they're trying to get that sharp look. So when you get out that chair, your shit is looking like super crispy and nice. But in that process, they sometimes do push the beard down. So you have to be firm with them, let them know that please stay at the top of that line, and especially when it comes to your hairline, the same process, man. If you got any of that little growth and you got that line, just tell them, please, just stay at that line, no further back, and be firm. You probably be that brother that come in there and they be like, damn, here come that picky dude again. But you know what? You're walking out of there feeling good, knowing that your beard is looking right, your hairline is looking right. All right, y'all, so let's get into this little demonstration real quick. All right, guys, so really quick, I want to show you guys how I hold my straight razor now, all right? So before, this is how I used to hold it, okay? I used to just hold it like this, and then I used to take my hand and pull my skin down, because I felt like I could see more of what was going on from this angle, all right? And I think this is what led into some of my problems with me shaving my beard down a little too low, okay? Because I'm pulling it down and I'm not really holding it at a good angle. So after watching videos and other people using the straight razor, I decided to go ahead and use it like this. So what I do is I fold it back, put my pinky under this part right here, and then kind of fit my thumb into this little groove part right here. And I'm able to have better control out of it, all right? And then when it comes to how I hold my face, rather than me pulling it down like this, what I do is I lift up my skin from here, puff my cheek out, and basically just go like that, okay? Come down with it, all right? So right here, this part, you can hold it down flat, and go across, and then for these different angles, you want to just use the front part of the blade, okay, to hit those angles. And you just kind of work your way around. So let's give this thing a shot, y'all. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Oh, one more thing too, y'all. Always try to use a new blade, man. Wipe this thing down with some alcohol, sterilize it, the straight razor itself, and then pop a new blade in here. So let's go ahead and slap on some of this easy blade.
is a Holland beat.
One quick note, don't drink coffee before you do this shit, all right? Don't drink coffee before you do this, man, because my hand is shaking like a motherfucker right now.
The Holland beat. This is a Holland beat.
All right, y'all, so this is how it came out on this side. Looks pretty good, man, pretty straight, you know. What I try to do too is not try to just barely touch it and go around it. Not really trying to like scrape it too much, but just barely like just tap at it, you know, and gently go across and try to hit those angles as light as you can, and you start to see that that line start to come out, that sharpness start to come out. All right, now let's hope I have the same success on the other side. I did nick myself a little bit right here, but it's all good. All right, y'all, so let's hit this side with some of this Easy Blade. And this Easy Blade definitely is legit, man. All right, definitely. All right, guys, so this is how it came out. Try to replicate exactly what I did last week as far as hitting with the straight razor, and it came out okay. You know, it came out pretty decent. Not as clean, I think personally, as it did as it came out last week, but you know, I'm my own worst critic, man. So but that being said, listen, the cool thing about doing it yourself is that you get to give it a shot again next week. All right, you get to hit this bad boy again next week and try to fix whatever mistakes you made, that being minor or major. And you know, that's the cool thing about doing it yourself, man. You know, you get to give it a shot again. But you know, you guys, listen, don't worry too much about trying to get it super sharp all the time. Okay, like I said, you're gonna have those weeks, man, to where you probably have a decent looking line. It's not super sharp, but just let it be. If it looks decent enough to where you can go out and you feel comfortable enough to where it looks cool, then just let it be. Because what happens is that you run into a lot of problems once you start messing with it over and over again. All right, and I know personally, man, because I've been there, done that. Like I told you guys, I'm a perfectionist, so like it just bothers me when it's not like super straight, you know. But I have to tell myself, D, leave it alone. All right, you got next week, you can mess with it. All right, so that's what I recommend for you guys to do. Just leave it alone, you know, and then try to get it right the following week. Because like what always happens to me, I end up messing with it, and then of course I end up dropping my line down lower and lower, or I'll mess with my mustache and then try to perfect it. Like this side is not as straight as this side, then I kind of like hack at it right here, then I'm hacking over here, trying to match them up, and before you know it, I got a little ass mustache, man, and I'm like, what in the hell did I just do? All right, or you mess around, you got a freaking chin strap, and then you got to shave everything off, start over again. Just let it be. All right, whatever little imperfections, let it be. You got until next week to give it a shot again. All right, now with that being said, man, one more thing that I wanted to let you guys know too is that for me personally, growing a beard is part of my lifestyle, man. All right, the same way I implement like working out or eating right, that's part of my lifestyle now. All right, and I can add growing a beard to that category, because one thing for sure is that I'm going to continue trying to be as healthy as I can, to live as long as I can. So rather than me saying I'm on a diet, I basically am saying that I'm going to continue to eat right for the rest of my life. So that's automatically part of my lifestyle now, eating right. I'm going to try to exercise as much as I can for the rest of my life. So that's automatically part of my lifestyle. I'm going to keep a beard on my face, no matter if it's small, long, short, whatever. There's always going to be hair on my face. So for me, this is part of my lifestyle. Continuously shaving my beard up every week. Maybe sometime in the future, I'll probably hit the barber, but I will always have a beard. It is just always going to be part of me for the rest of my life. So it is part of my lifestyle. And I know that sometimes it gets hard. Like, I don't want to, go in the garage and work out. I don't want to freaking eat a salad. I'd rather have a burger. I'd rather just watch Netflix and chill. You know what I mean? And I'd rather not shave and shampoo my beard and go through the whole process, But I don't let that get me down, because I know that this is something that I have to do. Just like eating right and exercising is something that I have to do. If I want to go out there and I want to look tight and right, then I'm gonna have to tackle this bad boy. All right. If I want to go out there, I want to feel confident. I want to feel healthy and look good. I'm gonna have to eat right and exercise. Drink a lot of water. All right. So those are things that if you want, and it's part of your lifestyle, then you're gonna have to continue doing it. All right. But don't get me wrong, man. There's a lot of days where you don't feel like doing this shit. But you just got to get past those days. All right. Get those thoughts out. Just get those thoughts out of your mind and keep it pushing, y'all. All right. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Try to make this video as helpful as I can for you guys. I want to wish you guys a Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Tomorrow is Christmas. I can't believe Christmas is here already. And it's about to be 2017 soon. So with that being said, man, I look forward to bringing you guys more content for 2017. And just seeing what 2017 has to bring for us all right? So my G's, y'all take care of yourself. Y'all be blessed. And I'll see you guys again in 2017, all right? Peace out.